Hello, welcome Real Wealth Creation to our Tuesday live. Today is Tuesday again, and we are going to cover another training topic. So today's topic is how to follow up on your prospects. As this month is the month of digital marketing, we're actually exposing and exploring the ways to actually have automated system using a digital marketing format so that you can follow up on your prospects. Of course, there are two different ways of following up on your prospect. One way is through the digital marketing way. Another way is through organic marketing. So as this month we're focused on digital marketing, we're going to cover how do we actually connect with our potential prospects and convert them into buying clients eventually. And what are the systems and processes that we can use in order to connect and then follow up systematically such that you can actually follow up with a huge group of people who sign up for your, for example, your webinars, your trainings, etc. So today I have another, as usual, this Facebook Live is together with Eunice. Let me invite Eunice into the call. Hi, Eunice. Great to have you this evening. And as I mentioned to all of you here, today's topic is about follow up with prospects, the digital marketing way. Of course, there is also the organic way, which we'll cover in subsequent future Facebook Lives. For this month, we're covering digital marketing. As such, we're going to show you systems and processes that's required. Many of you may have gone to webinars, seminars, workshop, challenges, and wonder, hey, it's about signing up and attending. However, it's not just that. It is the behind the scene that is being done to follow up with the prospect that converts eventually to potential sales from leads to prospect to sales. And this is the part that you want to nurture your clients, have a relationship with them such that they will consider after the event, during the event, to choose you as their logical choice of authority in the area of the specialty that you're in. So today we are going to use the systems and processes to show you how is it like. Hi, Regina. It's been a long time. I've seen you for a while.
Good evening, Regina.
Yeah. So I'm going to share our screen here and show you the systems that we use. And you can see for yourself what is it that the ones that we are using, for example. I'm going to actually bring you to dashboard first, and I'm going to share the screen. Okay, this is of course one of the systems and processes. It's also available in other systems and processes. It so happened that we're using this particular back end, which helps us to integrate a lot of the processes to help us systemize a lot of the process automation. So you may think that, I'm not organizing webinars whatsoever. In any business, the follow-up action with your clients is the most important component. So, for example, if you are a writer, let's say you're author, you start selling your book, you have an opt-in funnel and you sell your book. However, that's the first time they see you and the last time. So who will remember you have a book for sale, for example? So it is the follow-up action that reminds your clients that, hey, I have something else for you. Or if you have, say, for example, you have a boutique and you have a stream of customers who are your VIPs. You want to have a system and process to remind them, hey, the new season is in, winter season is in. We have a new range of products and services that's available. And this is something you want to look at. Or we're having a promotion, we have a closing down sales, we have open sales, we have a end of season sale whatsoever. Those kind of processes are what we call follow-up systems with the prospect, and it is very much needed in this world when everybody's busy. You will have to be reminded of what's offered to the world, to you. So this is one system that I would like to share. Of course, there are follow-up systems. There are various ways. One is through SMS, which we'll talk about it in another session, and the other one is frequently seen and frequently used is email marketing. So I will invite Eunice to run through this with you so you understand the mind frame of why do we need this follow-up action and why is it frequently used through email system and how does the email help us connect with our clients for loss of contact reminders. Eunice, over to you.
Thanks, Stella. Hi, everyone. Good evening from Malaysia. And Salam Aidil Fitri to those of you Muslims that, brothers and sisters that are celebrating this season. Well, email marketing is, I mean, some people will think like email marketing no longer works, or email marketing is so yesterday, right? Because I don't like spams in my emails. Why would my clients or my audience would look up for the emails? Well, actually, that's not true. In fact, I appreciate those emails that came in for those that are of relevance to my business. So you may think that email marketing may not be as effective as phone calls and so forth. However, what you can do with a system is automating it and remind people that you are there. You are always there for them through your emails, even if they don't read it. Well, definitely we want them to read it, right? So that is the other strategies that you want to apply into your email marketing is in the message of your emails. How you can actually hook them to open up your email so that you have higher email rate and so forth. But we're not getting technical today. Today, we just want to go into the business strategy of having an automated email system that will help you to do the follow up instead of you calling them one by one, instead of you sending out brochures and hi, I'm here. You don't have to do that one by one. Yeah, Stella has just opened up these layout here. We have some templates for just for you to have an idea what does an email look like when you have an event coming up. So, example, you have a webinar coming up, or perhaps you just want to invite someone to download a gift from your funnel. Okay, so this is an email that will be automated directly in a workflow in a system. So in here, we're using Kinetics to show you the workflow. And what is this workflow all about? Workflow is actually just an automated direction or a command that we give to the system. We preset it, we configure it, and then we set a timer to it so that it will blast out the emails that we want to follow up with our clients directly from there. So you don't have to of course the preparation work is done in advance at the beginning, so the hard work are always at the beginning. What if you already have these templates? Would that really help you? Yes, of course, because once you have these templates, what you do is that you just kind of duplicate them and change the content as you go. And it's actually quite similar. It's just the timing that you want to set for your email is a type of strategies you want to keep the balance of being too spammy, and yet you are still there for your clients. So how do you do that? You see, if you were to look at this email here, it's kind of small my site. However, what you want to see down here, you can see there's a weight thing. Okay, that's the weight trigger. There is actually, you don't want to like spam your audience like every 2 hours or every 3 hours or every day, with the email. Of course, unless there's a strategies behind it, as an explainable act. However, you want to make sure you keep the balance between, again, being spammy or being nurturing to your clients, to your audience. So what you do, you might want to wait for uh, a day. Of course, in a form of webinar or workshop, what you want to do is usually um, the first reminder would be, the best reminder is 1 week prior to your workshop or webinar, and then another one will be 1 day prior to your workshop and webinar, and of course another email, the standard one, will be an hour before your webinar workshop starts. That will help to remind your audience, hey, come on in. If they happen to forget, people like me, yes, sometimes I forget. Even if I put it into my calendar, sometimes I do forget. And these emails are really helpful to keep me accountable and keep me reminded about the actions to take. And of course, the next thing that you will see, that is the actually the email title. So that's the hook of your email. How would you want to communicate your idea with your audience? That's the second email on the workflow there in blue color, because it's too small. I can't read out to you.
Yeah. Actually, the next one, this is actually a Miss Workshop workflow. So if someone miss your workshop or your webinar, then like what Eunice said, you wait for a while before you send them an email and ask them, where are you? How come you missed the workshop? It's so important. Then you wait for the next round and say that, oh, we miss you, and etc. etc. And you wait for another round. I'm helping because she can't read it. It's from my screen, and we'll ask them, oh, is everything okay? Why are you missing this? And we wait for maybe a day or two or even 45 minutes, depending on the strategy that you adopt. And then, oh, there's still time. There's still a second day workshop, for example. You want to come in here, and then we send you the replay exam if there is a replay available. So it's the process of how you want your workflow to be. It may be different for each person, slightly different for others. However, it is when you do your strategy of your process for your workshop, then you plan the workflow in. This is one sample of it, one example of it. I think more importantly is understanding that all this workflow can be planned in the system, automated. We just want to let you know that a lot of
Yes.
system can be automated. Once you build a set of template, you can repeat and rinse the template. You don't have to recreate all the template all the time. Sometimes it's very straightforward reminder. You just want to have a connection with your clients. Then you can just duplicate this template and just make adjustments to it. Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
think Eunice, there's this part about workflow that you mentioned about reminding them. So what are the typical, let's just take an example of a webinar, which is very common, that is
Mm-hmm.
being organized out there. Would you like to share what are the common broad categories of missing out webinars? What type, at least how many email systems do you have automated at the back end? For example, miss webinar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there are
Typical
stages of it,
process.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
stages of your. So just think of it like when you invite somebody into your webinar, that's an opt-in on its own. Okay, we call it opt-in when you give a name and the email address. That's called opt-in. So the minute that they opt-in, you have a welcome message for them, like, "Hi, I'm Eunice," and then this is just a little bit story about why I do what I do. That is for them, to get to know you. Of course, the next thing is, of course, your workshop is coming up, and then you want to remind that this is the date, this is the registration link, this is how you save it to your Google Calendar so you'll be reminded. Of course, down the road, yeah, you will have some that will attend, some will not attend, some missed it, right? So you will have to actually plan out the email sequence that will reach out to these different audience, in different categories. So, example, those that attend, of course, you want to follow up with them, like perhaps you want to ask them for feedback, perhaps you want to give them gifts as a token of appreciation to attend your webinar or workshop. That is the email sequence that you include links and include some little bit of stories about, more about you, so that they trust you, increase their trust towards you. And that's when you actually nurture them from a cold audience into hot audience. It's a nurturing campaign on its own. Of course, then you have this audience that actually missed it. They registered but they forgot to come in, or in any reason that they couldn't make it at that day. Then you have a separate sequence, email sequence we called it, to tell them, oh, what you have missed. Okay, well, since you have missed it, why not join our Facebook group or any other community that we have set up, so that you are informed in our upcoming webinars, or perhaps there will be a replay links, if you plan to have that in your strategy. So depending on your strategies, definitely the email is quite common in the sense, because you have those that attend. Of course, you have those that attend and left halfway, right? You want to know why they actually left halfway, do you not? So this is another email sequence that you can trigger and automate to get their feedback. Why did they leave early? Or perhaps you want to offer them something special to get them back into your upcoming workshop, or so forth, right? So that is another email sequence. Of course, there are those that may have purchased something that you offer in your webinar or workshop. Then you have another email sequence that welcome them into your system and give them more information about what you teach, or perhaps you can start triggering also emails starting from the product that you are actually offering to them. Perhaps you're offering them a um, membership, so then you have a membership sequence where you tell them, oh, okay, I just uploaded this module, you will be learning so forth and so forth in this one, and this one will keep them in the loop and interaction with you. Even though you're not there, you seems to be there all the time, and this is what people want to know about you. Actually, they want your time. They want to have a piece of you. And that's why email campaign is to achieve that. Of course, if you have a team, you can also remind them using SMS, you can remind them using phone calls. But of course, email marketing will be at its best when you have a lot of a huge audience that you want to reach out at one time. That will be the best solution for you. Yeah, these are just a few scenarios. Of course, you have some scenarios that they abandon the cart. They wanted to buy, but they abandoned the cart um, because of certain you don't know, right? That is the emails that you are going to shoot out is going to manage the objections. Probably, most common objections that you have found in your in your business. Then you state them in subtly in your emails to manage the objections. Perhaps like example for myself, I'm a typical consumer, so I would go for good deals, right? I would say, oh, this is too expensive, that's why I abandoned the cart. So in your email you may want to direct this message in a way that um uh perhaps you have a social proof from one of your audience that changed her life and how much you have impacted her to manage that objection. Like, this is not too expensive for changing someone's life, isn't it? So in that sense, you are actually giving them also a chance to come back to your offer, which is meant to impact their lives. If you believe that your product or your service is going to be life changing and impacting their lives. You see, you're doing a disservice when you don't tell them that. And email campaign has this power to allow your audience to do that.
So
Yeah,
basically,
Stella.
we can use the email as a system to connect and remind the clients. And of
Yes.
course, through email system, you can add pictures, videos to further connect. And that's when they see the visual, the written, and in the language, in the way they will speak, so that they can feel for you. You can nurture the relationship even in an email. So as I was hearing Eunice doing her sharing, I was also playing with all these templates in here. And as you can see, the templates are all available. All we have to do is just pull, 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 and we have almost everything there done for us here. And these are all templates available right in the system itself. It doesn't give you a much stress when you have to do all this connection with the people out there. So,
Yes.
okay, Eunice, besides, okay, these are the email systems, right? That we can actually have several reminder depending on the workflow. So,
Mm-hmm.
I understand from you that besides having this workflow, we can also use this to track performance, which is the part that helps us to see the performance.
All right, in kinetics, now I'm specific into kinetics since we are using the system, and there is a part that which is called pipeline. Pipeline is like a sales. If you would want to click onto settings, we can go to the pipeline. Right now, yeah, so we can just choose one of them. Yeah, perhaps the opt-in pipeline that we have just spoken earlier. Yeah, I have actually kind of break it down earlier, but this one will be a very visual for you to see what is a pipeline all about. Every sales process is a pipeline. Example, if you're a car production company, okay, example, if you're a factory, you have a different departments doing making different, producing different parts for the car, and that is one pipeline. So in sales and marketing, what we do, we want to break them down into different services and products so that we know how far is this fetching revenue for our business, or is it really serving our business, or it is not. Sometimes certain spare parts of your cars are much more valuable than the rest. Then you may want to focus on the sales of that pipeline, so you want to produce more of that spare parts. So it's exactly the same idea. So now if you have webinar 1, you have workshop 2, you have perhaps you have other services, that you have multiple workshops, okay, ideas, you want to implement them. So you break them down into different pipelines to see which workshops works the best for your business, and then you want to move on to focus into that kind of workshop. So example, this workshop alone that we're going to talk about is, we have this entire staging broken down, which means that, okay, first this person opt in, and then okay, they whether they attended, and then they attended halfway and they left, and then
They missed it.
they missed it, and
They
then
abandoned the cart.
they bought the offer A, they bought the offer B, they bought A and B. This is what you can do from that. And then of course, then from this flow itself, we can integrate our email campaign to it, which means that we can trigger the workflow whenever they goes into a different audience, goes into different category, different stages. And then second thing is that we have the analytical data from all this by putting a value into our products and pipelines, so that we know how many opportunities that we have won, how many opportunities that we have lost, and then we have a projection how effective this workshop is, and then we can improve this workshop, or perhaps move in a direction where more of the audience are interested in your workshop. So if you were to look at this dashboard over here, there's a pipeline there. Stella, if you can see stages distribution, pipeline, because we have not assigned any pipeline value to it. Yeah, you can just click into one of these. Yeah, and then it should be showing if there is relevant data. Right now we don't have it. It should be showing a funnel and a chart, a pie chart, for you to see the percentage of people that are in the category of attendance, the category of purchasing, the category that left somewhat in the middle. That will help you to actually analyze each part of your workshop, how effective it is for you. So this data is very, very useful for you to determine the future of your business, and to definitely to create that six-figure business that that you want to create, right? All of us have this dream of creating our own 6 to 7 figures business. And how do you actually go there? Is by doing the right projection, designing it and planning it up front, so that you can automate it, with or without a team. And there is how data works for you. And now is actually big data era, we call it, where we actually collect data of how the behavior of our audience, so that we can know what works best for their interest, as well, where we can focus on in our business to meet them to where they want to be. Yeah, that's
Basically,
how it is
it's
for
the
me.
analytics of the process, the sales process. Because if you don't study your sales process, you wouldn't know whether it's working. So it's important to have an idea whether your sales process is working, and if it's not working, you can actually fine tune the bits that's not working. So in any sales journey, you or marketing journey, you want to be aware of your result. Then you can actually work on how to improve on your
Mm-hmm.
final outcome. So these are the basic stuff that we want to share in terms of email marketing. Of course, you can automate it even beyond this reminder of the um, webinars, workshop, whatever funnel we're talking about. It can be an automated system whereby you're connecting with your clients and focusing on connecting and nurturing relationships. And this allows us to actually use just email builder and create different templates to reach out and connect with your different tech, the tech groups. Yeah, we can actually
Mm-hmm.
tag different groups of people if they are your potential clients, your prospect, your cold leads, your warm leads, your old leads, your clients, ex-clients. You can actually put a tag to them, and then you can re-nurture the relationship constantly. This is the power of email marketing, power of digital marketing.
Yeah, I think that that's the power of continuous engagement that we are talking about today. Because if we don't continuous engage, then people may forget us, and they don't know what we're doing. We are up to at the moment, and they don't know the offer. So if you have a great offer, be out there, and just be out there, because you're doing a disservice if you're not offering what you have, the gift that you have, and you're not sharing it out with them through email marketing or any way of marketing. At this moment, we're talking about digital marketing. Yes.
So for those of you who's keen to study this platform, who wants to analyze and perhaps use it in your business, I will just share this link with you so that you can actually find out for yourself whether this is of relevance to you. You can join through this link. We'll post this link as well in the chat so that you have access. You want to go into this link, there's a 14 days free trial. And once you join in, you can actually use the template. The templates are all there. In fact, what we're using, I will find refining from the templates that's provided for us in the system. So you don't really have to recreate. It saves you a lot of time and processes. Even as I was sharing just now, there's a SMS process and things like that. The SMS system is also with templates. And that allows me to focus on doing what I'm good at instead of spending time on the back end and connecting all these. And many of you are consultants, coaches who may have a very small team. You don't have all the technical people, a big team handling that for you. At least this can get you going and produce the income that you want before you move on to have set up further, your team for different process of your business. So if you guys wants to, you can hop in into this link. And I believe Eunice has kindly opened up just about 2 slots for those who are still keen to apply, because of the fact that we're still on this channel. Apply
Yes.
for what? Eunice, you want to share?
Yes, apply for a free funnel from Exponential Profits, okay? Because we just launched this last month, mid-month, and then we figure out, like, how do we celebrate it, and we really want to give away, because there's a lot of consultants, a lot of coaches that are stuck on the first step itself on the system. And so what we want to do is that get you started with an opt-in funnel, which is where you can start collecting leads into your system. And this will be built using Conatix itself, and therefore it is only applicable to those of you that have already signed in using that link, so that we can go into your account to really set it up for you from there. So yeah, for those of you that are interested to opt in to apply for this free funnel, you're welcome to, because we have just opened up 2 slots, and I think we are quite limited due to the time frame that we have. Of course, we want to extend this as much as possible for those of you that really want to move forward. And I believe, with the strategies and our sharing here, we will get you there if you decide to make a move.
Yeah, I mean, personally and within the group, and even Eunice, we have this common mentality of supporting people in the group as much as possible and getting you all out of the way so that you can focus on your business rather than all this technical stuff, which is why, the team, Eunice and the team has actually decided to extend 2 more for now. So if you have not signed up for it, you want to apply. Not everyone is suitable, which is also why we are able to open up 1 or 2 slots, because some people don't qualify, and we have rejected some applications. For those who are perhaps looking at, I may want to consider using this as a system, you can go up and sign up with the link, and after you sign up with the gel, we can actually help you set up the first funnel. And for those of you who are not sure what's your business about, How do you focus in? What's your business strategy? What can you build for your business and you somehow stuck? It's not even about the system. It's about what can you offer to the world? What's your message to market? What's the business process that you require in a business? Just hop in here. I offer this Kalani call, this private time call, and you want to hop in so that I can give you the strategy to plan out for your business, to work on what are you getting stuck with. Is it your mindset? Is it your marketing process or the ability to monetize with systems and process? And we want to be in this partnership with you for your success. So this is totally free. It's just my time. I'm committed to spend time with you guys to support you in your business. And I promise you no sales pitch. This is really my giveaway time. That's why it's called private time. And you want to hop in for this so that we can support you to reach your business success. After all, business is relationship, and the more you connect, the more you figure it out, it will shorten your learning curve. And I want to save you at least 15 years of your learning curve, which was what I went through for the longest time of my life. Yeah, since I started the personal development journey. Okay, great guys. I am so happy to have you guys here, and I'm really grateful that you're here with us this evening. And we look forward to seeing you every Tuesday for different sharing, different processes that we require in our business. And we'll see you again. Don't forget to just apply if you need a opt-in funnel build, and also play. It is free. Play with the
Yes,
system.
play.
Yeah, I got in, I played, and I love it. I fell in love, and I knew this is something that will save me a lot of time and money. I don't need a huge team to operate my business. So hop in, guys, and I'll see you next week. And goodbye for now.
Bye.